Tracy and the Big D here on a Wednesday night. Thanks very much for your company, everyone. I hope you can stick around, and we will make our way to the number one song before the end of the night out. And it's been a great success for us, getting through, getting the countdown happening. Well, the person that'll be counting down next year, counting down the number of shows, because in Tamworth last year, this bloke lost his voice. He did that many shows.
Well, it looks like he's on track for it now, because last time I had a look, there was around 14 shows, but I believe we may have added a few more shows. And because we just mentioned there, Ben there, with his Country Tracks chart single, One More Beer. Well, here he is right now. Ben Ransom, how many shows are you up to at Tamworth now?
Hey, how you going? I'm up to, I think we've got 16.
16 now. So what's the cut-off point?
I don't know, but I'm going to have to seriously think about it this time round, because we did last January. I think we got up to about 19 performances, and but you know what it is? It's the in between stuff that gets you. You know, standing in pubs and chatting with folks that you haven't met for a long time. You know, screaming over bands and trying to catch up, have a beer and stuff. And so I'm gonna have to watch myself this year.
So Ben, there's always those sort of shows. You go and do a gig and someone calls out a song, and says, "Can you do that?" Tell me, over the years, the cover song that just drives you to drink, that just goes, nah, I don't want to do that anymore.
Hotel California.
Oh, wow.
Without fail, every time. It'll be, that'll be it. Oh, you do some Eagles. Oh, the Hotel California. But I get Piano Man a lot too.
Is that right? Piano Man and Hotel California.
I actually like Piano Man.
I don't mind the requests. Yeah, I like the other one too. Sing them out. Yeah, we'll always have a crack.
But I mean, if you're getting the same ones all the time, I can imagine, it gets a little bit tiring.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is yet to happen to me, mind you, but I think of guys like the Proclaimers who've been, pigeonholed with their song 500 Miles. Would have to sing it every waking moment, and but I mean, that's great. Well,
as Darren always says, you're only one good song away, so there you go. Yeah. You could be hitting the nail on the head there.
But wouldn't that be tragic, Ben? Hey, to have a song that sold 1 million copies and everyone knows you for just one song? Wouldn't that be terrible?
Oh, it'd be horrible. Yeah, I'd hate that.
How could you live with yourself?
Mate, now you're going to be you did Broadbeach Country Music Festival last year. I think that was the second year of Broadbeach, and that was your first time there. And you're back again. They've got you back.
I know, and that just came out. That news just came out this week, so I was absolutely stoked to be asked back, and not only that, but to be included in the first announcement of artists and put up on the bill. So it's a really, really great thing, and I can't wait to be back there, because it was one of the highlights of 2014, I think. It was such a great festival. It was unexpected, I think, for me, because, like you mentioned, just the second year running. And the crowds, I believe, in talking to the organisers, it said that it increased, twofold. And so I can only imagine what 2015 is going to be like, especially with the great lineup that they've got so far. So,
due to health problems, we didn't make it last year. We went to the first one, and the crowds were amazing then. And then to hear all the reports and seeing all the photos, it was massive. And you sort of think, how in such a short time, because really only 2 years, even coming into the third year, how did they organise it and get it so successful? So the people behind it, hats off to them, because it's just fantastic.
You're right. They've got a great team, and they've had a bit of practice because, of course, they run the Blues Festival, which again is really quite popular. But being free as well, and it opens it up to anyone and everyone that's sort of just in the area, and they can come and sort of appreciate what this new country music's all about.
We'll talk about new country music. We've got we're just talking about the Country Tracks Top 40. They're doing our countdown. One More Beer came out. I think it was released on around the 7th of November or something like that, and it hit the charts and it's been running. So how's it being welcomed in your part of the world down there?
Yeah, it's been brilliant and a little bit unexpected as well. I hope it turns into my 500 miles. But it's one of those tracks that we decided to release it because it had a lot of energy in the song, and it gets a great reception from the crowd every time we do it. Festivals, bars, pubs, anything. People are singing it after the first chorus. So we recorded the album, which is yet to be released. We're actually going to release it in Tamworth, the live album. And it's called, at the moment, it's called Ben Ransom Live. I don't think that we'll change the title at this stage, but we heard it and we felt that there was a great energy, a great vibe, and so that's what we came out with. So really pleased with the success of the song, and I hope it does go all the way to number one.
Well, let's have a listen to it right now. Here's a One More Beer and Ben Ransom.
Okay.
Benny, how can a song not make it up onto those charts with that one word in that title? Beer.
Yeah.
Everybody loves beer.
You should hear the drunk singing it. It's great.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of fun.
So I know we're coming to the end of 2014 right now. We've got 2015 just around the corner. What's on the table for Ben Ransom?
So we're organising a tour of the album Ben Ransom Live. We've got some great tracks, a whole heap of new songs that we've put on there, but also the singles that we've released to radio so far, and there's also a couple of special tracks. We were working with Robbie Porter recently, who's producer of artists like Daddy Cool and Rick Springfield and a whole host of others, and so we've included the single that we put out, Somebody's Baby, on the album as well. So yeah, it's a really great sounding record, and as far as live albums go, I think it's right up there with some of the best.
So for the folks that aren't going to be getting down there to Tamworth this year, how can they get a hold of this album? You're releasing it in Tamworth. How do we get a hold of it?
Yeah, it's going to be on iTunes just as soon as we get it out in Tamworth. So around about the middle of January, it'll be available in full on iTunes. And you can also order it through the website as well. That's www.ransommusic.com.
Well, it's always great to catch up with you, Ben. One of the things I've always loved about Ben Ransom, he keeps everyone up to date with what's going on. A fantastic website, so make sure you get out there and check it out. Ben's had a great stream of music over the years, so follow Ben, like him on Facebook, do all the things you need to do to become a supporter and a fan of, and let's get him to that 500 miles track, eh?
I really appreciate it. It was great to talk to you guys again, and I can't wait to see you in the new year.
Sounds like a date.
Have a great Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.
You too.
Thanks, Ben.
Bye.